And welcome back to the Red Booth Show. We're here with the band The Rare Occasions. So we were just talking about how you guys were in college in Boston, and that's when the additional members sort of came together and you guys started to play live and you created the band. What made you come up with the name of the band?
We'll see. Yeah, we went through a lot of different, as you might expect, it takes like a lot of brainstorming to come up with a band name that you can settle on and be really happy about. I think for
you guys
me,
were like duking it out?
We tried a few names before we settled on Rare Occasions. We were the Custodians for a few gigs, and
Nice.
that was pretty dumb, so we decided not to do that.
Custodians.
I guess for
That's
me,
good.
I really like the name The Rare Occasions because it's kind of those really improbable events throughout like our own lives, but also just, the lives of our parents and ancestors and everything that have led us to where we are today, and to be able to even, play music and have this kind of life. It's just kind of insane and improbable, and this, speck of dust that we all live on is a very rare thing.
That's
So,
cool.
I like
That's
to,
kinda deep,
to kind of
actually.
focus on that.
That's awesome. Well, so you finally decided on the name, and you guys started playing around in Boston. And then when did you guys come to Los Angeles?
Luke came in the summer of 2014. He got an internship here, doing some film scoring, so in the film industry.
Wow, that's amazing.
And,
I've
yeah.
heard that's actually pretty lucrative. Like you can actually make a good living doing that. So.
Oh, really?
Okay. Well,
Luke has done some
it's
really
like that's
cool,
news to me.
he has done some really cool scoring work, though. We're super proud of
Really?
of the music he
Yeah.
makes. Yeah.
Yeah, he's done some stuff for us, but he does. He's quit the 9 to 5. He's doing the freelance thing now, so
Yeah.
pretty cool.
But I'm just glad
Nice.
that these guys could come to LA with me and
Yeah.
keep the band going.
Yeah, I mean that's a big deal. A lot of people come out here and they like rent like a house together and they're like trying to figure out how to live in LA and everything. So it's cool that you guys have been here. And how long have you been here now again?
4 years for me, but for them,
And then Peter was soon behind.
I'm in
Luke,
3 years, and then
and then
you
we
guys
came
are
out
2.
in October of 2016. So it was a pretty slow roll, and we wrote an EP during that whole long distance relationship.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to be
Wow,
an internet
like,
band for
you
a
were
short
like-
period of time.
Like the postal service, like just sending it back and forth. to
If
each other.
Yeah.
if your internet stopped working in like the fall of or like summer of 2015, it was probably because we were sharing like so many MP3 files to each other, just like testing out different things. There's a lot of just like trial and error. It
But
was cool.
that's so cool that you're able to do that, though. I mean, nowadays you actually can write an album from across the country, like with somebody. It's crazy.
pretty awesome. But it was great too because while that process couldn't have been completed without the internet, when we actually all lived in the same city and were able to play music in the same room, it would have taken us years to write a 10-track album if we were
Yeah.
3,000 miles away from each
Yeah,
other.
I'm sure
so
it makes it a lot easier for you to all be here now.
helped the creative process a lot.
That's so cool.
I know some band. I was actually just reading about this one band that like one person will write the whole instrumental track and then send it to the lyricist, and they'll do it kind of in an order. But for us, it's very collaborative. Like we'll help each other write. Like I'll give my feedback on the bass part. Jeremy will tell me about like my lead guitar part. So it's all very collaborative. So there's a lot of discussion and like different, like you said, trial and error. Like we like to hear each other's ideas for everything in the song, the structure, the melodies, the rhythms, and kind of all have that equal input.
That's awesome. I was actually just going to ask you guys about that because I know there's bands where you might have one person that's kind of like the person that's like, this is my band and you have to do what I say. And like, you know what I mean? Like it never quite works out very well usually when it's that way.
As like a side musician, because I played for so many people. When you're like a side guy, having that person is really, really helpful. But when it's a passion project, it's kind of difficult to have that. So I think we're all pretty lucky because our egos are pretty low, and democracy works pretty well.
That's
when
awesome.
That's the case, yeah.
That's a very good thing. That means your band will last for a long time, I think.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Hope so.
Well, yeah, and the music's amazing. Like, seriously, you guys need to go check it out. I love every song that I've heard, so I think that you guys are poised to become a huge, well-known band, and I know that you're on track for that. So
Yeah, so we after the release of this album, we're going on tour in the month of June and going to be doing shows in cities across the whole country. So definitely
Wow.
check out our schedule because we'd like to see you out there.
So this is perfect timing for you to be on the show. You get to come and promote your new
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
tour coming up.
sure.
How many cities are you guys going to be going to?
Currently, I mean, we got
I think it's about 10.
about 10 cities, but we definitely want to tack in some more because it's expensive to drive around the country. So
Yeah.
we got to fill out our southern state slots, but we're driving up through like Salt Lake City, up to Chicago, east to New England, Pennsylvania, places like that. Then
Nice.
we're gonna make our way down the East Coast in the southern states. So
Now, what makes you guys feel like that's an important part of doing a band? Because so many people can just find you online nowadays. Like, to get into like a van or whatever and just, go out there. Shoot, we just have to take another break. They just gave me the cue. But let's come right back and I'll take that question up again.
Okay.
Come back and join us
Got
on the
it.
Red Booth.